Hi, and welcome to the 10-Minute Food Truck Training Podcast. My name is Bill Moore, author of Food Truck 101, From Beginner to Winner. People approach businesses every single day with their hand out. They're wanting a donation for this, help me fund my school club, help me buy band uniforms. You hear all kinds of reasons for people wanting you to give them money. So the first thing I want to teach you today is it's okay for you to say, no, thank you. I can't do that right now. Donating to charity as a business needs to be a win-win situation for you as well as for the person receiving your donation. Otherwise, you're just going to donate yourself right out of business. So how you create a win-win situation when you're doing community and charitable activities, that means you gain something and then the charity gains something. Sometimes the gain for you is just going to be publicity. You're going to create those warm and fuzzy feelings around your brand and around you as a business owner. And that's okay. There is a value in creating those feelings and that connection to your business. This is especially effective when you're donating time or food rather than just writing a check. Pictures in the local newspapers, interviews on radio or TV helps to create that human connection and encourages people to come try out your business. But the most common way that you're going to be approached is, hey, can you help support this by donating some money? And often it's going to be a school or some other civic organization that's a common strategy in most restaurant marketing manuals. Matter of fact, I've seen it in every marketing manual that I've ever read. But here's the problem with those. It kind of penalizes the food business. Here's how it penalizes you. Say the school says that we want to get a donation for you for all your sales on Wednesday. Okay, if Wednesday is a normal day for you to operate, you would have had business anyway, irregardless of the school encouraging some people to go buy food because they're going to get some proceeds. So you end up donating to the school money you would have made on your own without the school even being there. So it kind of penalizes you. So what you want to create for the school is a reason for them to really promote your business, and they only gain a donation based on what business they generate. And it's a fairly simple thing to do. So you're going to create this win-win situation with the school. You're going to print up a flyer, put the school's logo on it, your logo on it, the time and date of the particular donation event, and then require that anybody that comes to order from you brings that flyer. That's the only way the school's going to get credit for those sales and get that donation. Then you give that flyer to the school and tell them, here you go. Run as many copies as you want to pass out amongst the student body because this is the only way you're getting money from this event. They bring me the flyer. I attach the receipt to the flyer. At the end of the night, I'm going to write you a check for a certain percentage. Now, what's going to get people's attention is if you make that incentive to come buy food from you, all proceeds of these orders. All proceeds means that essentially all your profit is going to be donated back to the school system. But again, it's only the profit on sales they generate. The sales that were coming to you because of your social marketing and because of how you run your business and created all these loyal guests, the school doesn't get any of those unless they just happen to be a part of that school system as well and have that little flyer. So you're not being penalized to lose all of your sales to a donation for that organization because they didn't earn all of those sales. They only earned part of those sales. So when you say all proceeds, again, that means your profit, but what you want to take into consideration is you can still include a salary for yourself, and you should have a salary listed on your profit and loss statement. So you're still personally making money, and you're only donating what would have been the profit portion of those sales. So you create that flyer, you give it to the school, they pass it out, and then every family that comes to order food from you has that flyer in hand, and all you got to do is write down the total of whatever they spent. Keep all those flyers together at the end of the time span, and it doesn't have to be a day. You could encourage the school to do this for 2 or 3 days, or even a whole week if you wanted to. The idea is to generate lots of sales for you, which of course generates lots of donations for them. But anyway, at the end of the time span, all the flyers in hand, all the totals are written on each flyer. You add them all together, and then you look at your last month's P&L, and whatever your profit percentage was, you write a check for that percentage for those particular orders. So if you have a 20% profit from last month, you're going to give them 20% of the sales on those particular tickets. Just remember, you still made money on the sales that you generated yourself that had nothing to do with the school because they didn't have a flyer in their hand. And then the money that you are donating still is only a portion of the sales. It's already covered all your expenses, all your food costs, provided you with a salary, paid your labor, so you're not losing anything. And then you want to milk the publicity for all that you can. Ask the school to mention you in every single publication they have. Get them to photograph you presenting the check. Get it out to the newspapers. Get it on local TV. You want to have one of those big cardboard checks. You want to make it a marketing event, just that little presentation, because that's what's going to create the warm and fuzzy feelings. Otherwise, the only people that even know that you did a donation will be the families that bought food from you and will be the actual recipient at the school. The whole rest of the city doesn't know you did anything, and that doesn't serve to create a win-win for you. The school's made some money and you've not gained anything out of it. Now, what you want to do to help yourself in the future, every family that comes in with that flyer in hand, that's your signal that they're a part of the school system. I'm going to do two things. I want to sign up every family member that's an adult for the guest loyalty program that you should already have in place, so that you're encouraging them to come back in the future. And you could even give them whatever your system is, a couple of points, couple of punches, whatever you normally do for the order that they just placed, to encourage them to come back at least one more time to see if they can create enough accumulations of points or punches to get whatever your loyalty system rewards them with. The other thing you want to do to help yourself out is to give them, when they hand you the flyer, you're going to put right back in their hand a bounce back coupon. A bounce back coupon does exactly what it says. It encourages them to bounce back one more time to visit you. And that coupon could be something very inexpensive. You can say a free drink with the purchase of a sandwich and a side. You can say a free dessert. So you're looking at something that's low food cost to you. We're talking, 50 cents, 25 cents, whatever. But the idea is it presents a lot of value to the guests so that they want to come back and collect on that freebie. Okay, I'm going to buy a sandwich and a side so I can get that free soda and save myself whatever your retail price is on the soda, but it only costs you whatever the food cost is for that soda. The same with a dessert. Desserts can be super inexpensive, but because of what they are and people's perception, you can sell a 80-cent brownie for $5 if it's big enough. Put a couple of drizzles on it, so it costs you 80 cents, sell it for $5. So the guest is looking at that going, I get a free $5 something. So not really thinking that it only costs you 80 cents. So you've encouraged them to come back. So each of those two opportunities are there for you to create a loyal guest out of what hopefully is a new set of people coming to your business. That's how marketing works. That's how donation should work if you capitalize on it rather than just saying, okay, I'll give you 15% of my sales for the night. That's just a giveaway. The school would be better off just sending some of the kids out on the street corner with a tin can. They would collect more money that way. So the bottom line on doing any kind of donation, any kind of charitable work is, number one, make sure it's set up as a win-win for you and for them. Make sure that you're going to get something that benefits you in the way of publicity, the way of building sales for yourself out of hopefully new guests coming to your business. And then you want to encourage those new guests that come the first time to come back a second and third and fourth time through your loyalty program and through at least one bounce back that encourages them to come back at least one more time. And you should be able to impress them enough on those two visits to make them want to come back and see you more and more frequently. If you guys are enjoying the podcast, please consider hitting the support button or follow the links in the description, offering any kind of show of support. Every little bit does help to keep us going. Do you guys love positive and supportive people? Then you got to check out our Facebook group. It's called Food Truck Training. There you're going to find a ton of free information and a whole bunch of inspiration from all the awesome membership. Thank you guys so much for listening. I certainly hope you're finding all the information useful for your food truck business. You guys have a great day. Come back tomorrow and I'll have another topic.